It's a snow day, which means I don't have work today, which makes it a little easier for me to make a video. I made a video on Tuesday and it apparently didn't upload, so I'm sorry. I did make a video, but it's not worth uploading now. I'm talking about things that happened on Tuesday and it doesn't really matter anymore. Tomorrow, which is Valentine's Day, is Luis's and my 2-year anniversary. We've been together for 2 years. I'm really happy and excited, and I'm planning to wear a pretty dress, and we're gonna go to dinner, and I'm gonna spend the week with him, which is really nice. I'm gonna stay with him to keep him company, and we can do stuff. We can go to work and we can do stuff, and it'll be sort of like a little preview of what it'll be like when we live together, and I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be really nice. So let me give like a kind of abbreviated version because I don't want this video to be 8 hours long. We met at a Nerdfighter gathering in January, the end of January of 2012. But we met at a Nerdfighter gathering, and I had like just joined the Nerdfighter group, the DC Nerdfighter group on Facebook, and I had just joined them, and they had planned this gathering, and it's like it was right by my house. Not like right next to, but it was close to my house. Like if I don't go to this gathering, I'm an idiot because it's really close to me. And I was nervous because I was afraid that nobody would like me and I would be like super old and I wouldn't fit in and I wouldn't talk to anybody and I just wouldn't enjoy it. And I was really worried because it was like, I love Nerdfighters, and what if Nerdfighters don't like me and all this stuff. So, but I went to the gathering and there was a circle and we were all like introducing ourselves and sharing little things about ourselves so that we could briefly get to know each other. But when I first got to the circle, I noticed that there were like a bunch of girls and like a few guys, and everybody seemed younger than me, which I had predicted. But there was a guy across the circle, and I thought, wow, he's handsome. He's probably way too young for me, but he's handsome. And so I kind of stood there, and he smiled at me, and I smiled at him, and I was like, I really want to talk to him, but I'm also really shy, so I don't know, and he's probably not going to want to talk to me anyway. He probably knows everybody, because I'm new. So I was just like, I need to not make a big deal out of this. I need to just calm down, because whatever. But then the circle kind of closed in on itself because everybody was just starting to talk and like get ready to go catch a shuttle or something to the waterfront. And I ended up right in front of this guy who turned out to be Luis. I was standing in front of him and I was just kind of looking around like, okay, well this is awkward. He said something to me and I didn't know what he said because he was directly in front of me, but I think I was turned this way, so he was talking directly into my bad ear because I was like looking at other people or whatever. So I have no idea what he said, but he said something to me, and then I turned and looked at him and smiled, and he was like, you, yes you, I'm talking to you. Because I guess I looked like, I was like, what? Who was he talking to? Because I kind of was. I saw that he was talking, but I didn't hear him, so I didn't think he was talking to me. It's hard to explain. You would just have to be me. And I was like, really? And then we started talking. And we kept talking as we walked along. We went to get lunch. I ended up sitting at a table with a bunch of other Nerdfighters, a few of whom I knew from like the internet, from like talking on the internet, so that was cool. So I could chat with some people I had chatted with online. But Luis wasn't at the table with me. In the back of my mind I was still like, where is he? What is he doing? I want to talk to him some more because I liked him. He was fun. It's really like, okay. I'm describing way too much. This is going to be super long. We met up and we walked together and we talked and we realized that I was 24 at the time and he was 22. And so he was like, haha, I'm not the oldest, which made me feel stupid. And I was like, oh yay, he's not too young for me, and oh yay, he's also in his 20s. And then we like spent most of the day hanging out with everybody else, not really talking to each other. At the end of the day, I had to go catch the metro to go home, and he was going to go catch the metro to go back to his place too. So we went to the metro to catch our trains, and we were going in opposite directions. And when he realized that I was going to be on the opposite side, he gave me a hug. He like said bye and walked away backwards. And it was really cute. Like, I remember all of it really well, just because I think I was just thinking, you know, these are things you might want to remember. 2 weeks later, we went on our first date, and it happened to be Valentine's Day, and we spent the whole day going to museums, and it was really nice. And we talked, like, we sat outside the Washington Monument and talked while the sun was setting, because I didn't want to go back home, and I didn't want the date to be over. We were just chatting online, and he was like, this is my phone number. You should text me if you want to hang out sometime. So I texted him, and he was like, do you want to do something tomorrow? And then we did. That's the story of how we started. That's the story of us. It's been 2 years now, and I'm just really happy, and it went from like, I don't know, it went from Nerdfighter like to Nerdfighter love, and it's just, I'm happy and I'm excited to see what happens in the future and see the kind of life that we have. I think it's going to continue to be happy and nice and nerdy and fun, and I'm just really glad that I went to that gathering. I didn't get emotional when I was writing his anniversary card, but I'm emotional now.